What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. It's Friday morning, the weekend doth beckon, and your bald-headed boy Scribble is here to help you get your red box in this Galactic challenge. Let's do this. Here we are on the Death Star. We are facing off against Traya and a compadre of Sith associates. Isn't it wonderful? The global modifier is volatile energies. Now, volatile energies essentially starts on a cooldown. Every single time a person takes a turn, it generates 5 energy. Once you get up to 100% energy, you can use it for an insta-yeet and kill someone on the field. It's rather phenomenal. The modifier for us is Steadfast Retribution. This is for our Galactic Republic allies, and this means we are going to be reflecting a bunch of our damage that we receive back at the opponents when using Galactic Republic only, of course. The enemy has got grim machinations. Essentially, they're incredibly strong. They gain a bunch of stats whenever their units die, and if they kill one of your units, they're going to be decreasing the damage that they take, whilst also increasing the damage that they deal. It's, well, quite frankly, it's monstrous. It is monstrous. So the feats that we need to do then, we need to complete the battle. Obviously, we need to win with a light side and dark side character surviving. We need to beat the battle with an undersized squad, and we need to win with a full team of Galactic Republic. Not a problem at all. Let's start off with the Galactic Republic feat. General Anakin Skywalker and his 501st compatriots are definitely a solid option for this. Now, if you have Jedi Master Kenobi, I highly advise that you go with the standard Jedi Master Kenobi team. But for those of you that do not have JMK and Cat in particular, then you probably want to settle for something like this. Let's see how this goes. I find when it comes to Gas 501st, it's a little bit about timing. Now, my Rex is pretty fast, and I can start off with a bit of form up, which is going to pass a bunch of tenacity up, and it's going to pass a bunch of TM to my team. But honestly, I don't think it's actually worth it. I think it's worth trying to keep your gas nice and healthy, standing up for the time being, and just let the enemy take their turn. So we're just going to basic at the start. We're going to get an isolate on gas, nothing we can do about that. And I'm going to place the turret over here on 5s. Now we're just going to play the slow game. Alright, slow game is where it's at. We can't call gas into assist because when he's isolated, he can't gain positive effects, and he can't attack out of turn, which is a little bit frustrating. So we could click on it and it just doesn't do anything like gas, please assist, baby. But instead, we're just going to focus on Darth Traya over here. So gas is going to take a bit of a beating. Mine is modded for a bunch of potency and protection, because that's how I like to mod my gas. We're just going to throw out this grenade from Echo. That's going to bring out Darth Talon. I'm still not going to use this form up, by the way. We want to save form up for when gas is sat down. There is a little bit of RNG around who Traya decides to yeet, because her damage output is frankly nutty. So she just basics people and they die. It's rather crazy. I'm going to use the basic over here on Arc to get rid of the taunt over there, and we have to hope that Rex survives until his first form up. We use the form up. Look, we're at 90%. Isn't that wonderful? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is wonderful. We're going to basic over here on Sith Trooper. We're now going to put the turret over on 5s. Keep on attacking on the Sith Trooper over here. Here is the main concern. We're going to target Traya, and we're going to use the event special ability. She needs to go immediately. After that, it should be relatively straightforward. I recommend focusing on Nihilus, because Nihilus can and will eventually annihilate you. We can go ahead and yeet out the Sith Empire Trooper over there. We'll get rid of Nihilus. At this point, you're pretty much set. You know, their damage output is still nutty, and you do have to watch out for that Talon because she is kind of crazy. But overall, gas should be able to carry us for the rest of the match now. I'm just going to keep on focusing on Talon over here. I'm not going to use any yeetus deletus. We're absolutely going to form up. And then it's back over to Talon. And Gas is going to be reducing her max health, which is rather nice because she's got no protection, and eventually she dies. So, I mean, that's how I would do it if you don't have Jedi Master Kenobi. But of course, that doesn't fix all of the other feats that we're looking for. We still need to win with a light side and a dark side unit, and we need to win with an Underman squad. Fortunately for us, we can do it with one team. We're going in with an Emperor Palpatine, Mara Jade, Darth Vader team featuring Hermit Yoda. Hermit Yoda is basically going to hide the whole time, so he will never die. We need him to survive until the end. And Palpatine, Mara Jade, and Darth Vader are just there to train turns constantly. They've also got AoE staggers, so the enemy can't take turns, because Traya can cleanse all of the debuffs that we're putting on them, so we need to make sure that they don't take turns. And Vader, of course, has Merciless Massacre, which essentially gives him 6 turns at the start. It's great. Let's do this. Alrighty, so there is a little bit of RNG involved. We want to be able to get that tenacity down and hopefully get the stun over here. Now this is where the RNG comes in. We want to be able to get shock on everybody and stagger on everybody when we throw this grenade. If it gets resisted, it gets a little bit frustrating. Fortunately for us, it all landed across the board, so we're just going to start basicking over here. I'm having a look. We should theoretically be okay to not do the AoE stun. The AoE stun doesn't actually benefit us here because it's, yes, it will stun, but Traya is going to cleanse it all anyway. What we want to make sure is the shock will prevent the enemy team from gaining any sort of taunt. They've got 2 taunts here and we're stopping both of them. So with Vader's first turn, you do a Force Crush. That generates all the TM for him to go into Merciless Massacre, and then we just go round the corn, baby. We're doing a bunch of basics over here, a bunch of basics over here, a bunch of basics. Just basic everybody, basically. It's quite simple and straightforward. After you've come out of Merciless Massacre, drop another Force Crush. That will generate enough turn meter for Vader to go again, and then we just go basic. Isn't it wonderful? You get round to Palpatine's turn, and all we're looking to do is basic, okay? That's going to generate a bunch of turn meter on our Palpatine. Looks like, for some reason, Sith Empire Trooper got his stun cleansed, but that's okay. We're just going to do basics, basics, and basics. Look at all the turn meter that Palpatine is generating. Isn't it wonderful? And then we can use the event special ability here to kill Sith Empire Trooper. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? We're then going to get the stun on Traya. Doesn't really matter because, you know, she's going to cleanse it, but ideally we're just trying to control the team here. Again, AoEs, we want to see those staggers come out across the board. Make sure nobody takes any turns. And again, Palpatine, what are we doing? We are basicking. Basicking is our friend right now because it's going to generate so much turn meter for Palpatine that he's just going to be taking turn after turn after turn. We're once again in Merciless Massacre over here, so we'll go around. We're only doing basics, guys. Just the basics. Stick to the basics and you can never go wrong. Alright, super. After Merciless Massacre, we do a Force Crush. That's going to generate us enough TM to take yet another turn. Now, Darth Talon over here has got 14 debuffs and nearly 50% health. We're going to use a Culling Blade. That's going to kill her, give us another bonus turn. Isn't it wonderful? We're at 85% turn meter right now. 85% charge, sorry. Now we're on 90% charge. Boom, that should give us another turn again. 95% charge. Yeet us out on this. And there we go. We've got an insta-kill. Who are we going to use it on? Traya. Traya disappears. Next up, we're focusing on Nihilus. Now, the difference is now that Traya is gone, these guys can no longer cleanse off their debuffs. So we can actually stun them now, and they can't cleanse it. So they won't, you know, there's nothing that they can do about it, which is great. It's absolutely phenomenal. So we can actually not worry too much about the enemy taking turns anymore and actually start stunning people. Isn't it wonderful? Now I'm going to drop a Force Crush over here. How much? Nihilus is going to have a bunch of health because of the global modifier increasing his stats, so don't worry too much about trying to like Culling Blade him or anything. We're really just going to be abusing the event special ability to just get insta-kills. Insta-kills will make our lives so much easier. So 95%, there we go, insta-kill on Nihilus. I think that's got a certain element of poetic justice to it, and you just play it out. Play it out. Throw out stuff, keep the enemy nice and stunned, nice and debuffed, and everybody will be happy. Everybody will be happy. There we go. Get a Force Crush over there. He's got 21 debuffs on him right now, so, and counting. And we've still got plenty of time left on the clock. Easy peasy. And that's pretty much how you do it, guys. Pretty much how you do it. Now, you do have to get that turn out of the rip. You do need to start the turn meter rolling. So it is in your interest to make sure that you are modded relatively well. Just to give you an idea of how my Palpatine is modded, for example, he really isn't modded well at all. I've just got a bunch of potency on him. I didn't do any remodding for this. Look, he's 234 speed. Slow as molasses. Mara Jade, on the other hand, she's got a decent amount of speed, 358, and yeah, she's got a decent amount of potency at 85.3%. And Vader is modded for offense, 281, and he's got 8.5k offense, roughly there or thereabouts. So nothing crazy good. Now, we could try it with a Padme team as well. Padme, Cat, GK, Snips, and Anakin. I don't think that this particularly works very well, though, because Traya is almost a hard counter to Padme anyway. Her Isolate will completely prevent us from being able to gain that bonus protection and a nice dodge out the rip. Also, we've got a bunch of attacks out of turn, which is obviously not ideal because that's just going to slowly but surely defeat our own allies. So I don't really think it's so great for us. we can try and get the stun on Traya, because that stun cannot be cleansed. Thankfully. There we go. And see, you've got Scion that does AoE dispels and stuff. It's not really an ideal situation to find ourselves in. No cooldowns for you. Let's go over here and punch Nihilus. Nihilus is gone. We'll just do a basic over here. And we've got to try and get that yeet with Cat to get rid of Traya, I feel. I feel like that is the most important thing for us to do, because that Traya is rather nasty. Alright, let's see. We can do the insta-kill over here. They're going to recover lots and lots. Let's go ahead and do a nice big AoE. Obviously, we can't take additional bonus turns. Focusing on Talon right now. Let's see if we can get that stun. That stun would be great, but she resisted. And a basic. That's mass assist over here. Good, she's gone. And then we should theoretically be able to survive from here. It doesn't really matter if we lose Padme, so long as we've got Cat for the yeet. So yeah, Padme Cat can also get it done. I know not everybody's going to have Padme Cat, and if you've got Cat, you've probably got JMK. But it's an option available to people if you don't have a Gas 501st team. Alright, super. Make sure, before you go, you do hit that like and consider subscribing to your boy Scribe so he can help you with further additional really sweet videos and stuff and things. Big shout out to my amazing patrons. Thank you so much for your continued support. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, until the very next video, peace out, and may the Force be with you.